What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 39, and we start the episode off taking on Everton at Goodison Park. Of course, managing Liverpool. A few episodes ago I left to join them after I was at Blackburn, and I decided to join Liverpool, of course, but this was my first ever Merseyside Derby, so I was really determined to win it. But against Everton, a pretty decent side, obviously, under David Moyes, have been doing very well over the past few years, but that was Andy Carroll going for the bicycle kick there. But yeah, I was really determined to win this game, to be honest. I really wanted to sort of rub it in their noses, if you will, with a win away from home at their backyard. But it was always going to be a difficult game. This was Fellaini hitting the post just a few minutes in, and just about managing to clear the ball with Glenn Johnson here. But Everton really did dominate from the off. You know, they were the better team, played the ball around pretty well. But this was Leon Osman giving the ball away to Steven Gerrard here. Gerrard, he hasn't really got the pace anymore. I think he's only 33, but he can still play some pretty decent balls. He finds Raheem Sterling, cuts inside of a Ronaldo chop, but his side foot strike is straight at Diego Cavalieri, who used to play for Liverpool, I believe. But here was Joe Allen finding Andy Carroll down the left-hand side. Carroll taking on Stuart Holden, crossing the ball in. It's blocked by Cavalieri, and unfortunately, once again, Everton managed to clear the ball. But like I said, it was actually Everton who started off brightly. We came back into the game, but in the second half, it was Everton once again pressing. That was Jelovic's header getting saved. But once again, my defending is awful. I tried to play out the back from Skirtle, completely messed up. This is Jelovic going through one-on with Reina, and it's a great finish from the Croatian. The former Rangers striker makes it 1-0 to Everton. But after that goal, we did try to get back in it straight away. Skirtle trying to make amends for his mistake. His header straight at Diego Cavalieri. This was Sterling down the left-hand side here. Just kept on running, kept going past Johnny Heisinger, crossed the ball into the far post, but Suarez's header went over the bar, unfortunately for us. But with 20 minutes to go, he picked the ball up here. Gonalons, the French defensive midfielder, he found Luis Suarez, who cut the ball past Tony here, but crossed the ball in with his left foot eventually. No, he crossed it with his right foot, I should say. No, he kept running. Then he found Joe Allen. Allen held off Fellaini. He played Gonalons through. This is Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll didn't know what to do with it, so he played the ball to Allen, the playmaker. He found Suarez, who then crossed the ball with his left foot, I should say. Found Andy Carroll at the far post, and his header went past Cavalieri into the back of the net. 1-1. We managed to level the game up. It was a hard-fought equaliser, to be fair. Everton were putting so many bodies behind the ball. Couldn't seem to break them down. We managed to equalise here, but unfortunately for Everton, with just a couple of minutes to go, Skirtle headed the ball away. Johnson managed to tackle Darren Gibson. He played it to Sterling. Sterling played a great ball over the top to Andy Carroll, who went through 1-1 with Cavalieri. I could have sweat the ball. I wanted to finish it. I won a penalty. It wasn't great. I should have sweated out or hit it first time, but even so, I won a penalty. The nerves were in there. I didn't know who to give it to, so I thought, fine, I'll just let Luis Suarez take it. He seems to be pretty composed when it comes down to it. So Suarez stepped up, smashed it down the middle, and put the ball into the back of the net. 2-1 to Liverpool. So it was better late than never. I think that's the only way I can explain it. It was better late than never because, you know, we looked like we were going to lose that game, but two late goals, first from Carroll, then from Suarez, and the assist for Eva makes it Everton 1, Liverpool 2. That's how the game finished. So I was pleased to get the win. I mean, it was a really hard-fought win. It ends the back-to-back defeats we had in the last episode, but even so, we made very difficult work of it. But the transfer market is now open, which is amazing. So really pleased about that. But a transfer offer actually came in for Luis Suarez, the best player in the team. It was Bayern Munich for 17.5 million. So I decided to up that to 30 million because he is an awesome player, man. His flair is insane. So I upped it to 30 million just in the hope that Bayern Munich would accept that bid. But unfortunately, I should have gone to this email first because Luis Suarez is out for 2 months for a training injury. How fucking annoying, man. Straight after Bayern Munich came in, if I would have realised, then I wouldn't have even needed to have a look at that transfer offer because obviously he wouldn't pass a medical. But the transfer market being open means I can finally rejoin with this guy, Paulo Gazzaniga from Blackburn. I've got 4 goalkeepers at Liverpool, but screw it, I'll have 20 for me, so I can have Gazzaniga on my side. But yeah, I decided to offer a swap deal. I'm not sure who I actually offered with Paulo here, but I was just trying my best to try and get him on the cheap, yet also get him into the side as quick as possible, really, because I mean, at the end of the day, like, I know that he's not like the greatest goalkeeper, but I know he grows to at least a 70 or something, which is alright for a backup goalkeeper, and his kicking is now at 89, man. If I can get it into into the 90s. I'm going to be loving it. But Azpilicueta was a player I really wanted to get. Giant throw-in trait, which makes him an absolute monster in my eyes. And also because Glenn Johnson is now 29, almost 30 years of old. So he's getting on really. I want a first choice right back for the long-term future. And in my opinion, I'm not a big fan of Glenn Johnson, to be fair. So if I can get him out of the team and get Azpilicueta on the cheap, then I'm going to do just that. So I think I offered 1 million plus Johnson. It was never going to be accepted, but I thought it would just be a sort of a marker to lay down. But Asaidi comes back from his injury, which is lovely because, as I said before, he was the best player in the team when I took over at Liverpool. He was very good. But halfway through the season, exactly halfway through, we sit in 6th place, 1 point off Sunderland, so that's not too bad. And hopefully with a few more wins, we can get into the Champions League places. But the first game of the transfer window, I should say, was against Fulham at Anfield. And I was obviously feeling really confident, obviously going away to Everton at Goodison Park and getting a win. I felt we could at least get a win against Fulham pretty comfortably at home to Anfield. But unfortunately for us, we just, once again, it's crazy. Like, I crossed the ball in so much, but I never seem to be on target with my headers. It's just a numbers game, really. Eventually the ball goes in, but it takes a very long time before I can put the ball in the back of the net. But Reina makes a great save here, and once again, that's me trying to play out from the back and cocking it up. Gonalons tried to dribble it out, almost cost me the first goal, but Reina played absolutely brilliantly in this game to keep the score at 0-0. But from that corner, Ruiz's corner was played in, and Dimitar Berbatov could only put the ball over the bar. But on the stroke of half-time, we came forward here. Joe Allen with a great ball down the right-hand side to Stuart Downing, who cut inside Matthew Briggs, crossed the ball in. Ball went up in the air. Sterling went for the header, and unfortunately, he took a nasty whack there. And Sterling was injured. He's holding his foot, I think that is. And yeah, he's very injured. He's got a sprained ankle, I think it was in the end, and I think he'll be out for a few weeks. So Barini comes on for Sterling, and yeah, that sucks because Sterling is obviously the pace merchant in the side, and Liverpool don't have too much pace in their side, to be honest. I mean, they've got what's his face, Asaidi, and obviously Sterling, but they don't have too much pace. So it sucks that he's going to be injured for a while. But this was Ruiz playing through Matthew Briggs here down the left-hand side against Skirtle. I held off him, he crossed the ball in, but unfortunately Dimitar Berbatov was on hand to put the ball past Jose Reina. So 1-0 to Fulham. My defending wasn't up to scratch in this game. It hasn't been ever since I took over as Liverpool manager, really. And this is Enrique finding Gerrard. Gerrard, obviously now 33 years old, hasn't got the long shots in his locker like he used to. But that wasn't too far wide of David Stockdale's goal. This was Gerrard shooting again, but once again it was quite an easy save for Stockdale, to be honest. He just parried the ball up for no reason, but Fulham eventually managed to get the ball clear, and that was the main thing for them. But in the 70th minute we came down the right hand side here. Glenn Johnson fed Barini. Barini cut inside, lovely piece of dribbling by the substitute, goes through 1-on-1, but his shot was well saved by David Stockdale, and he kept the score at 1-0 to Fulham. But I was doing my best to try and break through, but I just couldn't seem to do it. They were restricting me to long range shots, but Gonalons played through Steven Gerrard here, and his shot hit the post. So unfortunate from the veterinarian central midfielder. Veterinarian? No, it's got to be veterinarian, hasn't it? Veterinarians and vet. But yeah, this is Fulham going through here, and unfortunately Brian Ruiz's shot was well saved by Jose Reina, but I think this is actually from that resulting corner. Sidwell swang it in, but unfortunately I brought Reina out. I was trying to play counter-attack football, get the ball in his hands and throw the ball out the pitch, but Lopez made it 2-0 to Fulham. Embarrassing as it was, it looked like we were going to have a defeat here at Anfield, just embarrassing as hell. But Stuart Downing cut inside Kelly here, then cut outside, crossed the ball in with his left foot, it was headed away, it came to Fabio Barini, lovely couple of touches down the left hand side, a fake shot at inside, and this is a great finish by Barini past Stockdale to give us a glimmer of hope. It's 2-1. Could we rescue a point? Maybe, maybe not. My central midfielder seemed to be nowhere. Glenn Johnson gave the ball away. Again, it was my fault, my defending was poor, but I don't know where my central midfielders were. The ball eventually came to Kieran Richardson, held off Jose Enrique, he found Sidwell, great ball into Ruiz, and he coolly finished it past Jose Reina. 3-1 to Fulham. That's how the game finished. A real disappointment, but unfortunately we have to take it on the chin and improve in the next episode. But as always guys, a big thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.
A good part of the season has gone now, and they've lost, and